strategy would compete against the Ola two-wheeler. And also we need to see over here that how Ola Electric, that is when they are producing in the two-wheeler segment, how Ola would basically compete against the Bajaj company. Also, we need to see that Bajaj CNG and ethanol powered vehicles, would they create a history? Would they again dominate the Indian market as they have been dominating the three-wheeler market, where the Bajaj company is holding 35% share? Hello, listeners. Today, we are going to talk on the topic, what is the future of the Bajaj companies? And also, we can see that the EVs are currently on trend. So, will Bajaj be able to overtake the Ola? Now, this is a hot topic as the electric vehicle, which is EV, is market in India is continuously heating up. To get a sense of the competition, let's first look at the Bajaj Auto, a big player in the two and three-wheeler market, not just in India but globally. In fact, they are the largest manufacturer of the three-wheelers in the world. Exactly. Their sales, especially in the two-wheeler segment, are often a good measure of how the local economy is doing. For instance, when rural income goes up after a good monsoon season, there's usually a rise in the demand for the two-wheelers in farming areas. Bajaj recently released its quarterly results, and while the overall numbers look good, there's more to the story. Their revenue hit a record 13,128 crore this quarter, which is a 21.1% increase from the last year. This growth is largely thanks to the strong domestic sales and the solid exports. But here's an interesting twist. Even though revenue went up, their profit after tax dipped by 0.7%, down to 2005 crores. Sounds concerning? Not really. This drop was due to a one-time tax adjustment. So it's not a reflection of any of the problem in the company's performance. Exactly. In fact, Bajaj is setting itself up well for the future, particularly when it comes to the electric vehicles. The shift toward EVs is becoming a big part of the Bajaj strategy. EVs now make up 20% of their domestic revenue, which is impressive for a company that traditionally focused on petrol-powered vehicles. Take the electric scooter, Chetak, as an example. It launched in early 2020, starting small in just two cities, Pune and Bangalore. But Bajaj kept pushing. Over the last few years, they ramped up their production and expanded the availability. By March 2023, they were selling around 3,000 Chetak scooters each month. A year later, that number jumped to 16,000 per month. We can see that there has been the growth from 3,000 to 16,000 per month. In the final quarter of financial year 2024 alone, they sold nearly 40,000 units of Chetak, their best quarter we can say so far. This growth, driven by the expanded sales network and continuous improvements, helped the Chetak capture 13% of the electric two-wheeler market by the end of financial year 2024, compared to just 5% at the start of this year. Overall, they sold over 1 lakh Chetaks in financial year 2024, nearly 4 times what they sold the year before. This rapid growth has put Bajaj in serious competition with the Ola Electric. Ola still leads the market with a 35% share, but Bajaj isn't far behind, holding 21%. Bajaj is investing heavily in its EV lineup, with more launches on the way. Yes, we would be seeing more launches from the Bajaj company. What gives Bajaj an edge is its multi-fuel approach. While Ola is fully committed to electrical vehicles, Bajaj is also pushing alternatives like CNG and ethanol powered vehicles. This is an innovation which the Bajaj company is bringing, because we have not seen any CNG and ethanol powered vehicles in the two sector. This could attract a wider range of customers, especially in a country as diverse as India. We also can't forget Bajaj's dominance in the three-wheeler market, where they hold a 35% share of the electric three-wheeler market. Even though they only entered this space a year ago, they have already made the big strides. They are planning to release the new electric three-wheeler models later this year, which we can see that in India, it is widely used for the passengers. Now, between November 2024 and January 2025, which will further strengthen their position in the three-wheeler market as well. So we can see how they are leading in the two sector. That is, they are leading in the two-wheeler and now they would be dealing in the three-wheeler, also in the EV space. Bajaj strategy doesn't stop at electric and CNG vehicles. They are also exploring other alternative fuels like ethanol and compressed biogas, which is CBG. One standout example is their Freedom 125 CNG bike, the world's first CNG powered motorcycle. It was launched in the July 2023. It's already a hit, with 10,000 units sold by September and another 18,000 are expected in the October month. So, where does this leave Bajaj compared to Ola? Ola is still leading in the electric two-wheelers, but Bajaj is catching up fast. Bajaj's multi-fuel strategy might give them an edge in flexibility, allowing them to meet different customer needs in a way that could be more sustainable in the long run. Also, we can see over here that how the Ola is focusing heavily on electric vehicles, while Bajaj is balancing between the electric and alternative fuels. They are not just focusing on the electric vehicles, but they are also looking for the alternatives such as the CBG and the CNG, which could make them more resilient to the changes in the market. Now, the main thing over here we need to see is that their profit after tax has dipped by 0.7%, which is down to 2005 crores, and also their revenue has been continuously increasing, and also their sales has been increasing because, as we have seen, after the good monsoon season, always Bajaj sees a rise in the demand for two-wheeler areas in the farming areas. So now we need to see that if there is a shift in the EV, will Bajaj strategy would compete against the Ola two-wheeler, and also we need to see over here that how Ola Electric, that is when they are producing in the two-wheeler segment, how Ola would basically compete against the Bajaj company. Also, we need to see that Bajaj CNG and ethanol powered vehicles, would they create a history? Would they again dominate the Indian market as they have been dominating the three-wheeler market, where the Bajaj company is holding 35% share? And also, as we have seen that they are also holding the 21% share in the two-wheeler market in the India. So this is the big change and also a challenge for the Bajaj company, where they are not just stopping at the electric, but they are also coming up with the ethanol and compressed biogas systems, wherein they have already launched their vehicle, the Freedom 125 CNG bike. Now we need to see what is the impact they would bring in the market, and obviously this would be a strategic move of the Bajaj company in coming up to compete against the Ola. Now, to give more insights on the Bajaj company, we need to see about the quarterly results as well. Now, the quarterly results can be a great leveler of investors' expectations. Consider the automobile sector. Investors have driven up the Nifty Auto Index despite a steady slowdown in the production and wholesale dispatches in the first 9 months of 2024 calendar year. Retail sales and vehicle registrations had indicated decelerating trends across the automobile segments in the September. Yet, investors pinned hopes on the festive season. Two-wheelers, which have been a decent growth in the wholesale dispatches, are expected to lead the earnings in Q2 financial year 2025. Bajaj Auto delivered the healthy earnings growth in the September quarter. However, the company has dashed hopes of a strong festive season, triggering a sell-off in the stock and in shares of other automobile companies. In a post-results earnings call, Bajaj Auto's management said the festive season began on a muted note, with the sales lagging expectations. Sales are now projected to rise by 3 to 5% in the overall festive season. For the full fiscal financial year 2025, the domestic two-wheeler industry growth is pegged at 5%. Before Bajaj Auto's result, analysts were expecting a double-digit growth of at least 10% expansion in the two-wheeler industry sales in financial year 2025. Bajaj Auto's growth projections are out of sync with the rally in the stock so far in 2024 and valuations. With a valuation at 31.9 times financial year 2025 project earnings, it appears expensive. This has been said by many reviewers. Also, the next thing, results of the automobile companies can vary. Still, the commentary from the Bajaj Auto, it indicates that there are the weaker demands trends on the ground. Two-wheelers are largely mass market products. The weak offtake so far this season runs against the optimistic investors' expectation, which has been built around the healthy monsoon rains and recovery in the rural demand, because whenever there is the monsoon rain, there is a demand for the two-wheelers in the village sector. Next thing, a muted festive season can have a material impact on the earnings of automobile companies in other segments as well. Registrations and retail sales of passenger and commercial vehicles have also declined for the two consecutive months in September 2024. If sales in the festive season do not pick up, then the street's expectation of mid single digit growth, that is 4 to 5% for the passenger vehicle industry, will have to be revised downwards. The soft demand commentary can also have ramifications for companies in other consumer goods sectors. Weak automobile sales mean consumers are putting their tight leash on the discretionary spends. And this is the reason why the Bajaj company is not able to meet the sales forecast which they were having on the earlier trends. So this was our video on the Bajaj and how the Bajaj company is working and what are the competitions which are leading for the Bajaj. Also the Ola's electric move, how the Bajaj would be competing in the future. Do not forget to subscribe the channel and also share the video with your friends and do like our video. Also, if you have any queries, do comment on our video. Thank you, listeners.